welcome to what you need to hear right now. We're going to go ahead and pull 3 cards for the 3 readings. We have Justice, 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. So 3 very, very different energies. Take a moment to marinate on those 3 and see which one speaks to you the most. We will also now begin to pull the zodiac runes. We have Gemini for the first reading, Aquarius, and Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Cancer. 2 more for each. Libra for the first reading, Pisces for a second reading. In the third reading, we have Sagittarius. And for the final 4 zodiac signs, for the first reading, we have Scorpio, Virgo for the second reading, and finally, we have Taurus. So just take a moment, either way that you prefer, either way that speaks to you most in terms of picking your reading for your message today. Gemini, Leo, Libra, and Scorpio, Justice for the first reading. Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, and Virgo, 9 of Wands, talking about a final push through for the second reading. And Capricorn, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Taurus for the 3 of Cups, which is the third reading. 3 of Cups talking about gain with friends and your social circle. All right, guys, we'll be right back with the first reading. All right, so welcome to the first reading. Your card was Justice, and we're going to get right into your spread. We have a 9 of Pentacles, a 7 of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and a Father of Wands, or otherwise known as a King of Wands. Move these over a little bit. Your unconscious energy here supporting these themes for you. Sun, 7 of Wands, 16, the Tower, 5 of Wands, and finally a 10 of Swords. Wow. Okay, so at the bottom of your deck, your 12th card is the Fool, right? Starting off brand new, starting off young, innocent, new, ready for a whole new adventure, right? Let's talk about right away how you're coming in with that Justice card. Things are coming into balance for you, right? Right now, there is a really strong feeling of karma being meted out for you in your life, balance coming in for you in your life. I'm going to talk more about that Justice card because there's also, not only is it a feeling of balance, but it's a feeling of one side of your life pouring into the other and the other side pouring in to that side. So it's like a melding right now. There's an energy of that here for you. So let's get right into what's going on with you from this reading right now, here in the moment. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Well, you are in a stage right now where a lot of blessings are coming in for you, right? You've been going through, and this is what I was talking about with the Justice card, you've been probably going through a period of time where you have just been working with not much payback, with not much sort of, I don't want to say that there wasn't success, but it was like the work that you were putting in, you weren't seeing your return for quite a while. Now you're beginning to see your return, right? Now you're beginning to have actual physical blessings coming in to return on that work. And so you're moving into a 7 of Pentacles period as well. As these blessings come in, you begin to sort of reevaluate where you're at, right? There's a process here where you begin to really look at what's going on. You begin to look at the blessings that are starting to come in from your hard work. You can see this rebalancing in your life coming in. And now is a period of time where you are beginning to sort of evaluate where you're at and perhaps evaluate what your next step might be. Now, there is some shadow coming up here. So let us see what that is all about. because this Eight of Swords here is quite a not dark, but it's a shadow card. Let's get some clarity. 10 of Cups. All right. So 10 of Cups energy, you have not only are blessings coming in, but you also have a love connection, or you have, I want to say, a situation in your life with your love, your relationships. Specifically, I'm going to say with a partner that has suddenly come full circle, that is complete, that feels good. And so you naturally begin to plan the next steps. Everything's working out here. It feels great. The money's coming in and the relationship is solid, right? So you begin to plan your next steps, but you have an issue here because you run up against some toxicity here. You run up against some issues, a feeling of not being supported all of a sudden. There may even be some jealousy here. Just suddenly there is this feeling that, you know, that of real insecurity, I'm going to say, a feeling that suddenly you are on your own. Yeah. There is not a lot of appetite or support for what you are beginning to plan here. Let's see. 6 of Pentacles. And that planning involves money. You may be thinking about doing charitable work, and you're coming up against a brick wall, or you're coming up against some issues here. Okay? I think that's where the shadow is coming in. You're very happy at home. Everything is going great. You have all the support that you need, but this is to do with your life's work. This is to do with a passion that you have. And I'm going to say that passion also involves giving back to the community. But suddenly you find yourself in a situation where this objective of giving back is, you're finding yourself in a toxic situation for some reason. This is something to do with the people that you're dealing with. Okay? The people that you're dealing with around you in the project or in the work that you do are bringing toxicity in. They're bringing confusion and chaos in. Okay? 8 of Swords energy here. You're trying to create something incredible, and sort of the words, the conversations, the energies that are coming towards you are designed. I'm going to say it's designed. Their intention is to take you off course. You clearly are successful here. You clearly are onto something, right? You clearly have the success here you have the support, rather, I should say, of a strong family connection, partner connection. You have emotional support up underneath you that's very rock solid, and yet you come up against this here. And I think that it is devastating in a way. You find yourself very disillusioned. You're finding yourself extremely disillusioned. Okay. Listen, I'm not entirely surprised. Okay. About this particular reading that's coming out, because I think that this is happening a lot in general in society and communities. Certainly it's happening for those who are in my collective coming to my readings, where you're finding yourself specifically working in areas that are, for all intents and purposes, good, positive, balanced areas of energy exchange, where you are giving some of what you have to those who need it. And this is a objective of prosperity and peace. And yet you have this outside energy coming in that seeks to destroy that. And you find yourself very disillusioned and disappointed. King of Swords comes in. Nevertheless, very strong. Maintain. What you need to hear right now is that you have to maintain your focus. Do not let this energy, which is toxic energy, take you off your focus or make you doubt yourself. Okay? You have to just find another way. And I'm looking ahead to the Father of Wands, King of Wands here. You have to find another way. The old way may not be working in the way that you expect it to. The old methodology in terms, and let me be clear, this is a reading for somebody who does either community work or some kind of work with marginal communities, some kind of altruistic work. You may be working in grassroots, you may be working in government, you may be working in business, but whatever it is, your intention is an altruistic intention. What you're trying to accomplish is something that will benefit many. And so what you're coming up against here is something that you didn't expect. It's a challenge, but you have everything that you need to face that challenge. You have to just accept the fact of the shock of it all, right? Oftentimes when you get into certain areas, you think you know what the challenges are going to be. And when the challenges don't turn out to be something entirely different, you're caught off guard. And so King of Swords comes in to remind you to be very stoic right now, extremely stoic, and to be concentrated and not to tolerate anyone deviating you from your focus. Now, that is not to say that you may not need to change your tactic, or you may not need to change your strategy. You may need to change your methodology, etc. You may need to think outside the box. But what you don't change is your objective. What is your objective? Always come back to what is your objective. You come out with Father of Wands, as I say, King of Wands, which is coming up with new ways, creative ways, powerful ways, fiery ways, coming up with solutions, right? Your passion will lead you to a solution, will lead you to leadership. Often you may be in a position of leadership in your particular project or community, etc. Take care with that Four of Cups not to, if you find yourself being disillusioned here, take care not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. This is what you need to hear right now, which is when you say, okay, I don't need help, or in fact, maybe somebody offers you help and you actually just disdain it. I mean, in this energy here, we're talking about not only not accepting help, but maybe accepting help and wasting it. Take care not to waste the help that is actually coming to you. Take care not to cut your nose off to spite your face. Take care not to, you know what I'm saying here? Because sometimes when you're disillusioned, you can react emotionally to that disillusionment and almost react like a child. Like now all of a sudden you're like, okay, well, fine. I don't need your help. In fact, yeah, I'll take your help and I'm going to, take it for granted, or I'm just going to waste it, right? Take care not to lean into that energy. That's what you need to hear right now with this situation. If you're resonating, go ahead and hit the like button. That really helps me out, folks. I appreciate when you do it. But it also allows you to resonate and to claim this reading, because this is a reading of overcoming obstacles. Let us get to the second line, which is your unconscious energies here that are really kind of push driving all of this. Justice is here, rebalance. Justice is rebalancing. This is another reason why you came in so hard with this energy. This is about bringing balance. Ultimately, justice is about balance. It is not about extremes. The Fool, this is a very new, a new endeavor. This is a new experience for you. But what drives you initially is Sun energy on that Nine of Pentacles. The blessings coming in, the money coming in after all of the hard work. That is, as the sun is there shining for you. Clarity comes in with that as well. And it is through those blessings that you have really landed on this clarity that is pushing you down this direction. Okay, so something about the blessings that have come in for you, the abundance that's coming in for you now, something about it is what has illuminated and sort of impassioned you, has brought clarity and sort of inspiration for you to kind of go down this road here, right? You also have a Seven of Wands here. Yes, Queen of Cups. Yes, this clarity, these blessings that have come here has really humbled you. And this is another reason, this humbling is another reason why you are so passionate now about giving back here, this humbling. But again, you were perhaps a little too comfortable. And some of the challenges you are facing right now are really making you feel some kind of way. That is the first hurdle. When you're working in this kind of area or field, humility is important. And you don't just have humility on the first go around. You are continually going to have situations that force you to acquiesce to humility, right? So the first time, yeah, that's the one that usually inspires people to act. But once they're acting, they can very quickly descend into an egoistic, narcissistic soapbox mentality. And the truth of the matter is that the more activism you do, the more you work with marginalized communities, the more you work with the downtrodden, the more humble you should be, and the more willing to listen. Because the more you know, the more you realize you don't know. Right? If you look at all of the great sort of saints who work with the downtrodden and the needy and the people who need the help, they don't descend into egoism. They descend more and more into humility. So you're fighting here. Seven of Pentacles supported by Seven of Wands. You know, it's your desire and your need that you've come up against to fight for a particular cause that has made you reevaluate exactly what it is you're doing with your money. Some of you may be indeed very wealthy, very, very wealthy, but something about that wealth coming in has really opened your eyes. Something about this struggle here to get that wealth has really opened your eyes, and this is what has led you down that road of wanting to give back and wanting to work with those who have less. Four of Pentacles. So you're finding yourself challenged. Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. You're finding yourself challenged, but at the same time, you're realizing that in order to maintain your stability, to maintain your level of, I want to say, wealth, you have to give back. There must be a sharing. Okay, with that Four of Pentacles coming in, this is a lesson that you are very much learning. Again, this is all part of the epiphany that you're having as a result of a lot of hard work, as a result of kind of your own trials and tribulations to get to where you're at, understanding how giving is getting. Under this Eight of Swords here, where the toxicity begins to come in, the challenge begins to come in, you begin to find yourself unable to achieve things as easily as you did before. You begin also here to really have a victim mentality. You may begin to play too much of a victim. Take care not to play too much the victim role. Okay, because Eight of Swords, although this is hurdles and obstacles from the outside, a lot of it is they present to you as hurdles and obstacles because of your closed-minded thinking. So this toxicity originates with you. You draw it in by your closed-mindedness. Be careful. The Tower is supporting this. There is a Tower moment coming for you. There's an understanding, a huge understanding coming in for you that's really going to affect you here. Five of Wands energy, a lot of arguing, a lot of disagreements will be coming in. Arguing and disagreements that you did not expect to have with people. This is also part of this Tower moment. There's a lot of, there's a learning curve here. You have the passion here. Here begins the passion and the spark and the inspiration and the connection to your your feelings and your sense of pride, your desire to do something, your desire to go down a different road. But then when we come over here, there's so much shock and surprise for you. This is new for you because you haven't been down this road before. And so, a lot of these surprises are expected and they make sense, right? Again, take care how you respond, right? What you need to hear right now is that if you're really passionate, if you really believe in so-called the cause, then take care how you respond here. Remember, again, always keeping your focus. The fights and the arguments are going to mainly be of a competitive nature. And here we get into, again, that sort of narcissistic, egoistic sort of tunnel that you can go down once you have a cause or once you have something that you believe you're fighting for. You have to take great care because that is the first step to martyrdom. It's the first step to idolatry. It's the first step to somehow going right back to thinking you're other. You go into this by trying to be one of the many, and then once you're one of the many, you want to amplify your own voice so that you can once again rise above and be other. This is a constant back and forth flow between the ego and the true desire of the spirit. And so this is constant. This challenge is constant. You have to be vigilant about it. Ace of Cups comes in. For some of you, There is a love connection that comes in through this work that may indeed keep you grounded. Ultimately, ultimately, you come out with a Ten of Swords energy. It becomes a little bit too much. And I think ultimately you have your learning moment. Four of Wands. Yes, it becomes too much. There is a love connection here that comes out of all of this. That is a strong love connection that once again turns your whole mind around. So you begin a change here, and this is mostly to do with your goals being achieved, but how they are achieved. You go through this journey, and through this journey you meet someone who becomes a very, very strong love connection. Remember, Ten of Cups over here could be a love connection for some of you, but again, as I say, this is much more to do with the stability of your tribe, your family, your friends, and the love that you have there. Whereas here, a new love is sort of burgeoning and beginning and coming. And this new love, this strong, stable love that comes in really helps you to move through these difficulties here. And once again, helps you to see from a different perspective. So much so that you ultimately resonate with a King of Wands and a Ten of Swords, meaning the Ten of Swords, you're able to finally let go of whatever ego issues you had and realize that it's time to put that aside and really work from the small I point of view. You've been able to sort of integrate all of the pain, or I want to say slights, to your ego and really resonate above that. And as well, lean into your King of Wands energy there in terms of being a true leader. You know, that you needed that end. You needed that final blow to your ego. You needed to go through this process here. You needed to realize that you might be wrong about a few things. You needed to realize how difficult this path to walk really, really is. If it was so easy, everybody who was inspired would do it. Okay, all of these lessons you needed to learn to have another moment of humility here, but a final moment, a strong moment of humility here, which ultimately drives you into a position of being really a true leader, right? One that really brings something to the table and not just words and sort of like a whole lot of hot air. Whew! Let's pull out your oracle card. Heavy. I'm going to take this one she flipped. Support. Support. Discouraged, encouraged. Support. Support by who? Your tribe, your loved ones, your friends, your adversaries. You know, you never... Hey. And we're going to pull one more. Awareness. Support and awareness. Okay, foolish. Are you being foolish or are you being truly conscious? How aware are you? You say you're aware, but how aware? What are you actually aware of? Watch out, watch out, watch out. These energies are strong, especially in this day and age that we're living in. There's, you know, you're feeding off of your own energy. You're feeding off of energy of others. You're feeding off of the energy of the others of the others. Let's pull out your animal spirits. The spider, yes, Dharma. And the lamb, something new that really needs to be protected. 2 earth animal spirits, the spider and the lamb. The spider is the animal spirit for Dharma. How do you live your life? Remember that if you are truly making your decisions and movements and you're doing things by your own code, truly by your code, and you're constantly revisiting that code and making sure that you're living by it, then you are practicing true Dharma. And it's only through true Dharma that you can weave that web of strength, you know, because the spider, every step that it takes is calculated, and that calculation is part of its principles of morality in life. And it's through that calculation that it's able to weave such a precise pattern, and a precise pattern is stability. Lamb energy, the lamb represents something creative, something innovative. Ultimately, the animal spirit for the child, you know, the highest of creation, right? The highest object or being of creation is to create new life. But new life happens in the creation of ideas and art and innovation and science and everything else. That is also new life. And the lamb requires protection so that it can grow and mature, right? Protection and space. Take that for what it is. We're going to pull one more archetype card. Wild unknown archetype. I know this reading took a lot longer. Sorry. One card. This is the one. We have the Pilgrim. All right, the Pilgrim. So when we're talking about the Pilgrim is, you know, the journey, right? The journeyman. The Pilgrim is the one who's learning. The Pilgrim is the one who they take a pilgrimage, right? It comes from the word pilgrim. The Pilgrim is someone who takes on a journey for the sake of the journey, for the lessons of the journey. It is the journey. It is the traveling. It is the walking the path that the pilgrim is seeking. It's that knowledge, that information, that experience. You know, if you know what it all means, then where the hell are you going? Why walk a path at all? Okay? Why walk a path at all? The greatest failure of our lives is to assume that we know something, right? It is through the pilgrimage that the pilgrim has the epiphanies. It is through the pilgrimage that the pilgrim is able to tap in to the knowledge and the wisdom that we all seek, but that always seems to be so elusive. It has to be earned. It's earned through your experience. And so you must bring humility to every situation, even if you are gung-ho. You must bring humility to every situation. That is what you need to hear right now. All right, guys, I'm going to be right back with reading number 2. All right, so for those of you who picked the second card, which was the 9 of Wands, we're going to get right into your spread. We have a 7 of Pentacles, Father of Wands or a King of Wands, a 2 of Wands, an 8 of Swords, and a 4 of Swords. Your bottom energy or unconscious energy driving all of this, we have 6 of Cups, Son of Swords or a Page of Swords, Knight of Swords, Son of Cups, a Knight of Cups, a lot of people involved, Ace of Swords, and a 9 of Cups. Wow, okay, so bottom of the deck, the 12th card in this reading is Lovers. So, yeah, there's a lover's aspect involved in this reading. But right away, a 9 of Wands coming in. How do you come into this spread? Well, this is a reading for somebody who feels like they've been kind of at the end of their rope. You know, they're still kind of struggling to break through to a particular wish fulfillment, right? To a particular desire that they have. So let's get right into your initial energy. This is your top row is your conscious energy. Then we'll get into your driving factors. But we have 7 of Pentacles and a King of Wands. So right now you are taking stock, reevaluating what you've achieved up until now. Have you gotten to the level that you wanted to get to? You know, is it enough? And you're kind of moving into a place where you're going to be putting a plan in place, right? You have another idea. You have more that you want to do, especially after sort of taking stock of where you're at right now. Okay, so let's begin to get your clarifiers. That's just your initial energy that's coming in. And I'm going to say as I look ahead that, you know, this reevaluation, this kind of taking stock of where you are, definitely has something to do with the love connection in your life, right? But we'll get there. You have Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So, you know, that harmony, that unspoken divine harmony connection that two people have is there and on your mind for sure. Okay, so what fell out? Ace of Pentacles, a new opportunity. This may be a new love coming in. This may indeed be a feeling that up until now, this 9 of Wands could be that, as I said earlier, a feeling I have of the last hurdle, the last, you know, you're kind of, as I said, at the end of your rope, you're tired. It may be that you're a bit jaded, right? You're a bit jaded, but a new love opportunity, a very real opportunity in love has come through. You've met somebody, you've run into somebody, you've made contact, physical contact with somebody, and boom, it's hit you, and an opportunity is there. Not only has it hit you, but there's a real opportunity there. And so it's really making you rethink your life right now. You may be rethinking some issues to do with your physicality, your life, your happiness, your health, your fitness, your living environment, right? It's like sometimes when you meet somebody or you suddenly come across a possibility for a relationship, right? A physical, ongoing, here we are, relationship. There may be things you have to adjust in your life to allow that to happen, to make room for that. And you're definitely wanting to do that. You're very driven. King of Wands here, Father of Wands, very, very driven. Listen, it's not like you haven't had success. You're somebody who generally has success anyway. Physical success, and as much as money, work, you're doing well. But here, when you're trying to make room for somebody to come in, you're having, and there's your Three of Swords. You're having to think outside the box. Now, this Three of Swords is coming in. It could be that this is on the heel, a lot of this Nine of Wands energy, this feeling of having to be on your own, working on your own for quite some time, was on the heels of a hurt, was on the heels of a betrayal. Three of Swords is betraying energy, right? It's, listen, I want to just take a moment on this Three of Swords, because I see a lot of readers in general, right? Just look at this Three of Swords and immediately think third party. In this reading here, we are talking about what you need to hear right now. And what you need to hear right now is mostly to do with this current connection you have. But when we talk about betrayal here, this could be about a third party, an actual cheating scenario. But this is not a cup card. It's a swords card. And you just simply need to remember that Three of Swords, it is a pain to the heart. Yes, there's always a heart symbolized on it because of the deep emotional feeling of betrayal that you have here. But betrayal comes in many, many guises. It comes in many shapes and many sizes. Okay, didn't mean to rhyme there, but I did. But like a betrayal can be, getting into a relationship with someone where in the beginning they gave you the perception that they were very much a family person and would make time for the family, and then now here you are, you have a family with them and they're never home. That's a form of betrayal. Someone who promises something to you and never follows through. That can be a form of ongoing, prolonged betrayal, in a connection. Ultimately, what's at heart here is the dishonesty. At the heart of betrayal is not necessarily the act itself, which we can say is third party, but it's the lie. And so Three of Swords is mostly about lies, the dishonesty, the deception, whether it was long-term, short-term, it was meant or not meant, it's the deception. And you are still healing from a deep, deep deception, aka a betrayal that has happened. Nevertheless, I feel like part of that healing has been for you to kind of feel like you're on your own. And this is very much changing here. There's a Two of Wands here, which really indicates that you're ready to fight for this. You're ready to push forward for something new, especially with this Ace of Cups. This opportunity coming in is very different than any opportunity that you've perhaps had before for a relationship. It's really bringing something to the table that is firing you up, regardless of this energy here of still being quite wounded from the past. Now, let's move forward, because we have a Two of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords and then a Four of Swords. Some things go down that it's, that may prove to be a little bit difficult. So as you reevaluate, make room for this new connection, this lover's connection coming in, you begin to juggle a lot. I think you're trying to keep a lot of your balls in the air. You're trying to accomplish something here that involves a lot. right? Making room and also maintaining your life the way it is, but also making room for someone. And in comes a little bit of challenge here with this Eight of Swords, okay? You come up against some serious sort of opposition here. You come up against some issues and some problems here with trying to readjust everything. Oftentimes this energy, the Eight of Swords energy is very tricky. Oftentimes it begins with a lot of obstacles, a lot of opposition, a lot of a lot of people or factors around you coming at you and sort of making it difficult for you to move forward. But it can very easily then devolve into sort of a victim energy, like poor me, I can't do what I want to do because of everybody else around me. And that is where it begins to get toxic. Right? This is where this energy of Eight of Swords begins to get toxic. And it's a warning card in tarot to remind you that ultimately the choice is yours, right? So if you're finding yourself having a lot of obstacles in what you're trying to do and what you're trying to achieve, I believe this is a case of wanting your cake and having it, eating your cake and having it too. Right? You want to have what you have. You want to make room for everything. You have a lot of obstacles and now you're pissy about it because you have all these obstacles. Ultimately, it's up to you. And do take care with that energy. Okay, let's get another clarifier here. We're going to get to your second line unconscious energies or vibes that are driving all of this to see. And King of Swords comes in, Four of Swords. So I think that, this is very positive because ultimately what ends up happening is I think you realize, and what you need to hear right now is there's this warning, of making sure that you don't fall into the trap of playing victim and being helpless. And I think that actually does occur for you, that you don't fall into that trap because King of Swords comes in Four of Swords. And you begin to realize, hang on a second, I'm in control here. I say what goes. I have all the mental acuity I need, all my faculties. I know what's going on here. I know what I want and I know how to achieve it. So let me just sort of buckle up and get myself together and stop wallowing and being like, poor me, and let me get this together. And you begin to sort of pull back from everything and reevaluate your next move. Four of Swords energy. Reevaluate your next move with the objective that you have in mind. Okay. Now, some of these obstacles could indeed be from this individual here. This energy, the Three of Swords and Eight of Swords, they kind of go hand in hand. It almost feels like perhaps as you entertain this new relationship or this opportunity for a new relationship, one of the individuals in your life, and I'm going to say here, you have a lot of people, you have a couple of knights here, one of the individuals in your life that had very much to do with this Three of Swords, this betrayal, it feels like they're rearing their ugly head and they're the ones who are providing, they're the ones who are the source of some of your troubles here, some of your obstacles here. So you have a little bit of your past haunting you here, but you're like, no way, I'm not falling for it. So let's begin to look at your unconscious vibe, energy, drive that's pushing all this. This Six of Cups is there. And if you bind that with this lover's energy and this feeling that you've been kind of in the desert alone for quite some time, it's no wonder that you begin to decide to make room in your life for somebody else because that Six of Cups energy is strong. You feel like you can really build something with this person. These roots, look at these roots there. It's like this new opportunity, this new love connection opportunity that you have coming your way is strong. You know what I mean? It's really strong and it's something that you really, really, really want to work for. You really want to do what you need to do in your life to make room for it. And I don't think, and even though, listen, some of you may not really wallow too much here. You may not even fall into the second energy of this card, which is that victim energy. You may just be very acutely aware of this obstacle in your way, which I do believe is strongly is this person involved in this past with you. But you really handle it, Eight of Cups. Yeah, moving away. right? It's like you've got, listen, this new opportunity has got you finally able to sort of like walk away. Walk away. And again, this just reiterates here, this Eight of Cups, that this person that you walked away from, this person in your past is, look, they're coming back to check and see if there's anything left. And I think that they're being driven by some of these changes you're making. You may still be involved in a business sense with this individual who betrayed you, or, you may have been, the ex, let's say, or whatever, right? This person who caused this heartache for you, you may still be involved with them in some way through your life, right? Through your work, through your life, through your living, whatever. And so they are aware of this new love connection coming in. And it makes sense. It feels here like it makes a lot of sense if you're dealing with somebody who's quite toxic, that they would indeed come as soon as you have this new opportunity. They're going to come in and rear their ugly head, see if there's any drops left in that old cup, see if there's anything they can revive with you. But I don't think that it works. Father of Cups, King of Wands, supported by his Knight. Yeah. So listen. Just as you come into a space where you are controlling and owning your life and making room, like you need to make room for this person, you are being supported as well, I think, by your person. This Knight of Wands is definitely someone who is on your side, behind you, driving you. And I think that this may indeed be your person's energy. Your person also presents as Knight of Cups here. In any case, the drive here is the desire really to live life on your terms. Again, I feel like this is strong support. For some of you, this may be somebody in your life, like a friend or somebody like that, who really comes in a supportive way, right? When I say supportive, and they're your cheerleader, right? They come in and they're like, go for it, man, go for it, go for it, go for it. You know what I'm saying? And that's this energy I feel like here, especially as you meet this individual. Yeah, you're definitely being egged on and supported and pushed to do your best here, to come up with your best here to make this relationship happen. I think also to really overcome still the leftovers from the past relationship. Now, for some of you, this Knight of Wands will be this individual maybe trying much more forcefully to come into your life. But I just don't feel like their energy is very strong here at all. Four of Swords comes in again. Yeah. So you're being very, very careful here. You're being very, very careful. You're being very sort of, you're being very cautious. You're being very careful. Okay. This Four of Swords, it just feels like you're trying to make the right move, right? Without rocking the boat too much. Because this Three of Swords, this energy here, this is still around you. The person that you have that with is kind of still around you. And so again, yeah, it feels like you're having to be very careful. It may be that they have some kind of position or hold in your life that you still have to tiptoe around them for them not to interfere or cause problems. And so you're being very, very careful. But your drive right now is to move forward with this new love. Son of Cups here, Knight of Cups energy. Yeah, you are, you know what I mean? Nothing's going to keep you from this new love connection. You are moving full steam ahead to express, to show, Again, though, you're having to be very careful with this one particular person in your life that you have history with. Yeah, you have drama with them. And they can cause drama in your life. They can cause a lot of drama, a lot of obstacles, a lot of issues. And you have to be very tough with them. King of Swords. You're having, this person is somebody you just can't have any shorts. You can't have any shorts with them. Eight of Pentacles. Yes, a lot of work is required. Again, you're having to put a lot of physical effort into allowing this new opportunity in love to happen. Whatever that means for you, however you resonate with it, And if you do resonate with this reading, I have to do this call to action. I'm told I have to do this call to action by YouTube. They advise you to do this. Please go ahead and like the video if you get something out of my readings. That's it. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, a lot of hard work here. And this hard work is support, this all of this activity you have here is just supported by industriousness, right? We do have Virgo, Virgo, Pisces, Aquarius, Aries here on the zodiac choice. And it feels like strong Virgo energy and Aries energy in driving, moving forward, working, and still moving forward. Ace of Swords is there to support that Eight of Swords. You very quickly know how to deal with it. Again, clarity is there right away for you as soon as this toxicity, these obstacles are being thrown up. Again, I really strongly feel like these obstacles are being thrown up by your person that you had this previous history with, but you know how to handle it. You really just know how to handle them. Judgment, and there it is. Yeah, this person comes in. Judgment is, forgiveness. Forgiveness, but forgiving yourself, and also just knowing what you need to do in a particular situation. Like, who you're dealing with, what this energy is, who you're dealing with, what type of games they may begin to play. And so judgment comes in as much as awareness and understanding. Who you're dealing with, and it's not like you're holding grudges, but you're just acting accordingly. And with that King of Swords there, the Four of Swords, supported by that Nine of Cups, you are actively working towards maintaining boundaries so that your happiness here that is beginning with this new connection is maintained and protected. And you're just not going to let anybody kind of come in and jack that up, and you're certainly not going to let this person who still continues to sort of just throw shade in your life jack it up. You're going to be very thoughtful about how you move forward. You don't want to cause any drama, and you're not trying to stir anything up, but you're also trying to protect something new that has come into your life. Your oracle, support. Support keeps coming out. That same oracle card keeps getting pulled out. One more. And limits, exactly. There are limits to what you're going to take and accept, and they're going to have to deal with that, I think that this is it. Your limit is being sort of tested here because you have something here that you really feel like is worth fighting for, this new connection, and you don't want somebody from the past who you have shadow experience, shadow history with them anyway. You don't want them mucking it up. That's it. You don't want them messing things up for you and causing all of these issues. Yeah, you may have to put a lot of effort into it, but you know the way. You know exactly what you need to do. For some of you, you're going to be calling them out, embarrassing them. That comes with that Judgment, Nightingale energy and Zebra energy. So air and fire. Air, of course, Nightingale is an animal spirit for poets, orators, singers, anybody who, uses their voice to express important things, important feelings, ideas, etc., and that can make you feel something or think about something, make you stop and think, right? Nightingale energy. All right, and then we have Zebra energy, fire energy. The zebra is so unique and different and spontaneous and, eccentric that his energy, his or her energy is very infectious. The zebra is the one who just is not like anybody else. And when they're around, they make you more aware of how you're not like anybody else. And they make you, the zebra individual who resonates with this animal spirit, makes you want to be as quirky and as unique and as authentically yourself as the zebra is. So this is a really nice fiery, inspirational energy to have around. We're going to pull a wild unknown archetype oracle, and then this will be your reading for the second card, the Nine of Wands, and the zodiac signs of Virgo, Pisces. Virgo, Pisces, and Aquarius. This one flipped over, so we're going to take it. The Father. All right, the Father. So this archetype, the Father archetype is, the leader, sets the example, leads, right? The divine masculine energy of teaching, forging the way, bestowing knowledge, the Father, that energy there. Take that how it comes to you. This is an archetype oracle, so we're talking about really broad energies here, but Father energy. Some of you may need to reach to a father figure. The father is wise and has experience in many things, and specifically experience in the sort of certain types of battles that are associated with maintaining authority and maintaining a set respect, authority and respect and position. And how does that all balance out? So you take that for you as it comes. And this is the reading for card number 2, the 9 of Wands. We will be right back with card number 3. All right, for those of you who picked the 3rd card, or the 3 of Cups, or the signs of Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, and Sagittarius, we are going to get right into your reading. So we have a Mother of Swords or a Queen of Swords, Son of Swords, 7 of Wands, ooh, the Devil, and we have Daughter of Swords, otherwise known as the Page. Your underlying energy, 7 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Hermit, Mother of Wands, and the 5 of Wands. All right, so the 12th card in this reading, bottom of the deck, is Wheel of Fortune. So right away, I want to talk about that beautiful 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is a really, really beautiful energy. This is the energy of loyalty and bonds and being with like your best friends, not just regular friends, but your closest friends, the friends that you feel really at ease with, your real tribe. This is beautiful energy coming into the reading. Sometimes it can even indicate that you guys are going to be hanging out, celebrating. There's excitement in the air. There's joy that is abounding. So let's begin to get into this reading. So right away we see two court cards, really, Mother and Son, which is the Queen and Knight of Swords and Wands. So feels to me here, right? Like, okay, we're starting off with the position of this being an issue, or a reading rather, about your social ties, your ties with your friends. And it almost feels as though you're coming in and you're the one who's kind of the one who has to be mature. You're the one who has to be wise here. You're the one who has to kind of say, hang on a second, guys, what are we doing? It seems as though one of your tribe may be getting out of hand. Something's going on here. Son of Wands is very rambunctious, or Knight of Wands for those of you, so it's easier to remember, is very rambunctious, fiery, spontaneous, almost impulsive. Okay, so let's get some clarity, because as I look ahead here with this Devil energy, it can be that, it can be that one of your tribe is beginning to sort of act out, or beginning to go down a path that the rest of you are kind of like, hang on a second, what's going on here? So let's get some clarity here on that 2 of Swords. So there's a decision that needs to come in. A very difficult decision, by the way, over one of these individuals in this group, right? This Son of Wands here, this Knight of Wands, this person, it's like, what do we do? They're really kind of acting out. And it seems as though it may take a group effort. Let's go ahead and pull another clarity. 2 of Pentacles. Money issues are abounding. You're having to sort of juggle some money issues as well. It could be very well that this is somebody in your life that you are responsible for. Feels to me also like this Knight of Wands may be someone who's younger than you, someone that you feel like you have a responsibility to, maybe a child, maybe someone that's related to you. Maybe your child or niece or nephew, right? Whatever the case is, it feels as though you are in a position of more authority, more wisdom, more maturity. And perhaps, right now you're having a hard time, okay? A lot of 2s, you're having a lot of difficulty. And it feels as though you're having to battle all by yourself, which is another reason why this Three of Cups is very strong here. You may be having to lean, as you should be, on really, really close friends that you can trust to help you through this situation. Because as I look ahead, let's go ahead and clarify. Yeah, Knight of Cups energy. Wow. The devil is there. Okay. The devil indeed is there. Now, for some of you, this could be, I don't feel like this is a love connection. Nevertheless, there is someone else coming in. Knight of Cups energy. There is somebody else coming in who may be interfering in this connection, you know, who's throwing some difficulty in here. Very much this person, you know, they may be involved, you know, with someone in a love connection with someone that you really just don't approve of. That, you know, this Knight of Cups and this devil energy here, it's like they're bringing toxicity or they're bringing something dark in. That you're not happy about, you know, and you feel like you're fighting against it, you know. Listen, this may be a case of one of your tribe, whether it is a younger member or someone related to you or not, but somebody you feel very strongly for that maybe getting caught up in a very, very tricky, risky relationship, and you're trying to help them out of it. Your friends are trying to help. And the Wheel of Fortune comes in again. So you have the Wheel of Fortune here and the Wheel of Fortune here. There are things that are happening here that the universe is working with you. Okay, so one of the first things you need to know right now or hear right now is that the universe is indeed working with you to work this situation out. So pay attention to the opportunities or the, you know, things that are being brought into your life, whether they be people, places, and things or things. Pay attention, because right now, the wheel has its eye on you and it's bringing things into your life to help you. Devil and the Knight of Cups. It may feel to you as though it's just one person up against more than just one person, right? Because you care for this individual is definitely someone you care for very strongly. And the decision, you know, your decision may be to cut them off or not, or to interfere or not. You may be involving yourself in a very real way environmentally. Either way, this united front of the devil and Knight of Cups feels almost overwhelming to you, you know. But the universe is on your side and bringing you what you need. Daughter of Swords comes in. There may indeed also be other individuals who are here to help, right? This situation is involving a lot of people. First and foremost, you can have that with that three, involving a lot of people. There are those that are there for you, supportive of you. There are those that are perhaps younger than you. Again, I feel like you're like the older one, the more mature one that's dealing with this situation. But you do have an ally here in this Daughter of Swords, this page here, this young person who's quite closely allied with this young person over here, this Knight of Wands energy over here. They may be there to help. Listen, this feels very much like everybody in the tribe, everyone who's very close to each other, trying to save one member of the tribe from a very sticky, risky, unhealthy relationship or connection with someone here that's coming in. There may be drugs involved. There may be addictions involved here. This person may be bringing addictions into their life. This almost feels like intervention energy for some of you. Yeah. For some of you, this may be intervention energy. And it may be intervention into either a relationship that is unhealthy for them or just behaviors that are unhealthy for them. You know, even if nobody else is involved here, this Knight of Cups can also represent you and your friends sort of moving forward with love to save this person from themselves. Eight of Pentacles flipped over. Yes. So again, a lot of this has to do with discipline. There's a decision here that you're finding yourself over discipline. Before I jump ahead, because I did jump ahead, let me just come to your underlying energies. These are your subconscious forces that are driving you. Yeah, that Seven of Cups, it's disappointment that's driving you right now. You're really, really disappointed. You know, you're disappointed in this person. And again, it's gearing me more and more towards a feeling of you dealing with somebody who's an addict of some sort, or who has some kind of addictive issue, or some kind of at-risk behavior issue, and you're extremely disappointed, and you're finding yourself having to be really severe, really disciplined, and a lot of this is coming out of that disappointment. You know, they may have made promises to you that they were not able to keep, and so this Two of Swords is also being clarified with this Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of hard work here that you've put in. Right. And so I think you're also deciding, like, do I cut my losses? Like, what do I do here? Because I've put so much effort in, and yet I'm disappointed again. Nevertheless, there is an opportunity here. Ace of Pentacles has come in under that Knight of Wands or Son of Wands. This individual that is acting out and just doing what they want to do, that's causing you all this concern, there is a strong opportunity here, a very real opportunity to help them. Or to sort of get to a different place with them and help them get to a place. That opportunity is absolutely there, and it's being brought in by the Wheel of Fortune. Again, this is what I mean by right now, the help that you need is there. It's there in the shape of friends and allies, but it's also there in the form of opportunities that life is bringing your way. But you have to keep your eyes open. So one of the things you need to know and hear right now is to keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open for omens. Keep your eyes open for opportunities. When things happen and they seem as though it was a coincidence, take a moment to really realize what happened here. What really happened here? You know, why did this happen? You know, why and how did it happen? You know, is it because, you know, did I run into this person because earlier today I took 5 minutes longer to do something else that was more important, etc.? You know, when we talk about really being in the moment and intentional, part of that exercise is a very real exercise. And that real tangible exercise is actually looking at all the steps that got you to where you are at. And those steps include, you know, if you suddenly ate something different, or if there was suddenly some kind of hiccup in your routine that then acted as a domino effect to get you to a particular place. Those are exactly those. That's the metaphysics, all right? That's the magic. Pay attention to those moments and glean what you can. And so Wheel of Fortune is bringing opportunity in for you to help, to get to where you need to get with this individual. I'm going to pull another clarifier. Three of Cups again. So friends are really, really helping. Again, this is an intervention. Some of you, I'm going to say it. It is. Some of you are staging an intervention and you're using your friends to do it, and it's really like it's important, and it's I'm going to say it's necessary. Now, driving factor to Hermit and Seven of Wands. Yes, the Hermit energy, there may have been a long period of isolation and sort of a solitary way of life for your individual, for you, for particular people in this tribe, this group, right? A lot of work has been put in. I think that this is, again, some of the disappointment, because I feel like, again, intervention, addiction, risky behavior. The person that you're dealing with may have for a long time been doing quite well because they were on their own. Hermit energy was there. They perhaps were putting a lot of effort into their own healing, their shadow work, their solitary sort of existence, really working on themselves, right? You also, right? I feel like this was maybe something that you both were doing. And so, yes, the disappointment is strong because, again, I feel like it's outside interference here that is bringing in the danger again, the risk, you know, the risk for relapse, rather, you know, whatever their struggle is. It's as if outside influences in the form of people are opening the doorway to that again for them after a period of them doing a lot of hard work in a solitary fashion. Another reason why you are so concerned. Nevertheless, you come into Mother of Wands, and this is the same as the Queen of Wands, and she is very experienced in loss and success. She's had tragedy. She knows what, you know what I mean? She's been through it. And so let's see what your clarifier is to take you there. Page of Swords again. So we have Three of Cups clarified. We have Page of Swords, Daughter of Swords. They are the same energy, different decks. Confidence and some clarity is coming in. Again, I think that you get some help in the form of this Page of Wands here. You get some help from somebody who can really shed some light on what's going on here with your person, this person you care so much for that you really don't want them going down the dark path again. You do get a lot of insight here and some clarity coming in from those around. And I think working as part of this group and as part of a unit is the best way to deal with this situation, you know, because you come out of this with a real clear understanding and the wisdom. Sun comes in, clarity comes in, the Wheel of Fortune. Again, more opportunities are going to be coming into you that give you clarity on this situation. But there is, I'm going to say, there's some strife here. When I clarify this Daughter of Swords or Page of Swords energy, this individual that I feel strongly is kind of as you on your side, let's say, right? As it were, for the sake of this reading. Yeah, there is some difficulty here because there's some competitiveness here. There's some competitiveness here. And so just take care, because what they're bringing to you is also from their perspective. There's a lot of people who have a stake in what's going on here emotionally. So you just want to be careful that, that everybody is there, all your friends and everyone and that is part of this situation. You have a lot of people involved here, that everyone is there for the right reasons, right? And ultimately, it feels very strongly like the reasons here are to protect one of the tribe and save. Comfort. All right, this is your oracle, lost and found, comfort. Take that as it comes to you. And we have support. So for all three readings, support showed up. And that makes a lot of sense. Comfort and support. This reading, more than any, really exemplifies the idea of support. Everybody's supporting each other. Again, this feels strongly like a reading for somebody who's involved in an intervention. You may be the subject of an intervention. You may be on the other side. Whichever way any of these messages come to you and sort of resonate with you, leave the rest on the table. Also, if you enjoy my readings, if you're getting anything out of this, or if you've come back to my channel a few times, do consider taking a moment to like the video or maybe subscribe to my channel. All of those really help me out. It helps my channel out and helps me to continue to give you this content. Also helps you in a way to really connect to the readings that you resonate with and claim them, claim the reading, own the energy, and also own the solution. Owl. And the dragon. Wow. So owl energy, dragon energy. The owl brings blessings of wisdom. Owl is forever has been associated with blessings and abundance, but the owl also brings with it the blessing of wisdom, knowledge. It is an air animal spirit. And so, yeah, the opening, of perceptions, doorways of the mind, wisdom that comes in, experience that comes in. This is what the owl can bring. And this is sometimes ultimately is the biggest blessing, aside, and of course, in addition to physical wealth that comes in. Now, dragon is an ether animal spirit. It is associated with the solar plexus, which is the third chakra. It is associated with the drive, our most primal passion and desire and drive that spurs us on in the world and pushes us, right? And so that connection with that, it is the chakra associated with the sacred breath, the breath that keeps us moving forward, the breath that keeps us alive. And so in this way, this is the animal spirit of really being in touch with what drives you in life, what makes you get up out of bed in the morning, what is your true purpose. that you know you're being called to. So take that energy as it comes and how it relates to you and this message. We're going to pull one wild unknown archetype. Oh, and there we have the Pilgrim fell out again. Now the Pilgrim showed up earlier, but the Pilgrim is all about the journey. You know, it's a pilgrimage, right? And so the pilgrim is the person or the individual that seeks to learn through the experience of the journey, right? This is the archetype of learning through experience. And not only learning through experience, but seeking out that knowledge. There's an intention there with the pilgrim. He's just not just wandering, you know, that's a wanderer, right? A loiterer. But the pilgrim is the person who takes on a pilgrimage. They take on this idea of, I am now going to make a journey, and it is through this journey that I have things to learn, and I am going to open myself up to that learning. Very powerful card. One of my most favorite archetypes. And as I said, showed up for one of the other readings earlier. I believe it was the first one. But in any case, this is it. This is your reading. For those of you who pulled the Three of Cups, the third card, or to those of you who chose the signs of Capricorn, Cancer, Taurus, or Sagittarius, this is what you need to hear right now. Thank you so much for joining me. Do consider liking, subscribing, or sharing any of my content, which really helps me out and is a great way for you to show your support for my channel and for my readings. But for right now, guys, I wish you love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you at the next What Do You Need to Hear right now. Bye-bye.